Hi, my name is Nelson, and I am going to talk about my top 5 favorite movies of the year so far. Coming in at number 5 is Pig, starring Nicolas Cage and Alex Wolff, and directed by Michael Sarnowski. It's his first feature film. When I first heard about this, I was like, Nicolas Cage and a pig? I was like, I gotta check this out. But this movie really blew me away. From the visuals to the cinematography, it is just a beautiful film, first off. But it is just about a man trying to get his pig back. And I think that this is Nicolas Cage's greatest performance of all time. My favorite part about the film is the friendship built slowly between our two leads. I really did love this movie, and I do recommend if you can watch it. Coming in at number 4 is The Green Knight, directed by David Lowery. I love A24. It is my favorite film studio, and I love David Lowery because of A Ghost Story. That is one of my favorite A24 movies ever. That movie really touched me the first time I seen it. So when I heard he was doing this, I was very excited to watch it. But first off, this movie is the most beautiful movie I have seen all year. It's just from the sunset shots to the tree shots, it's shot for shot. It is beautiful. And our lead, played by Dev Patel, he did so well. I would definitely follow his career. But the story is just it's just a beautiful story. It is about King Arthur's nephew. I think it's a book. Ralph Ineson playing the Green Knight was like, it chilled me to my very core just hearing his voice. It was so deep and so like profound. I was just like, it just gave me goosebumps every time he was on screen. But I really do love this movie a lot. If I recommend seeing this movie on the biggest possible screen you can watch it on. Coming in at number 3, Demon Slayer Mugen Train. If you're an anime fan and you're not watching Demon Slayer, it is one of the best animes right now. But this movie, it kind of bridges between season 1 and season 2. It does it in a very good way. From the visuals of the movie, the way the animation looks, it's one of the best looking anime movies I've ever seen. The way the train looked in the movie, the way the demons looked, it was just a beautiful looking movie. You got Tanjiro, Nezuko, Inosuke, and Zuzetsu, and they are, as usual, great. I love all these characters. I love all the voice characters. Even English and in Japanese. I recommend watching it in both because they're both great. It's a short runtime of 2 hours. It really makes you love the character Rengoku. It makes you really love that character. I fell in love with that character so quickly. But I really do love this movie. And like I said, if you're not watching Demon Slayer, I totally recommend that show and then the movie after the first series. It's short. It's only 26 episodes. It's so good. Coming in at number 2, Bo Burnham's Inside. This is one I'm really nervous to talk about because it does mean a lot to a lot of people. But Bo Burnham is my favorite stand-up comedian. So when I saw that he was finally doing a special again on Netflix, I was very excited. But I just didn't realize how much it would affect me in a way. But we all were in that place during the pandemic. Just when most of us were in quarantine at one point, and we all felt that way that he felt, so it really impacted me a lot. I love how it's funny, it's very emotional, he touches on things that are really hard to touch on at times, but I do recommend it. I mean, if you got Netflix, it's really good. Coming in at number 1, Quiet Place Part 2. When I first saw Quiet Place in 2018, it immediately became one of my favorite movies of all time. So I had really high expectations for this movie. And I wasn't sure if they'd be able to meet them, but John Krasinski really did. When it flashes back to the beginning of when it all started, I wasn't too sure how that was going to work, but it really did. And when it all hits and it all happens, that is just, it's so scary. It's just, but and these films, they really prove that you can make a PG-13 horror movie and it be great. This movie this movie is scarier than a lot of the rated R movies, but I really love Emily Blunt in this. She's one of my favorite actresses, and I really love Cillian Murphy as always. But what I really love about this movie is that it focuses on the daughter Reagan, played by Millicent Simmons. She was really a standout for me in this movie, and it's just she did so good. But yeah, I totally recommend just buying this movie. That's how good this movie is, especially if you already have number 1. It's great. All right, that is my top 5 movies of the year so far. Follow me at Letterboxd at Nelson48, and follow my buddy Michael Taylor. He's doing some cool things on his channel with short horror films. I'll leave both those links down in the description. And if you like what I'm doing on this channel, like and subscribe. Peace out.